What up, my little snitzels? We back with another video. And when the snitzels going on here, it's your girl, Lil E, as per usual. Let's go ahead and get into this. Rayapt. R-A-Y-A-P-T. I'm not finna struggle with this today. I'm not in the mood. Top 1% poster. Okay. R says, am I the a-hole? And it says, am I the a-hole for not giving my parents half of my lottery winnings? Did they pay for it? Did they go half on the lottery ticket? If not, you're not entitled to do that. Jesus Christ. It's been coined not the a-hole. I already feel that way automatically. Context. I won 4 million euros earlier this year from the lotto. Currently, the money is divested into several index funds. I was planning on giving them 750 euros as a thank you, but when I mentioned that as a counteroffer, they got mad and started calling me selfish. I'm 19 male, my parents are 49 male and 47 female. Without going into too much detail and making this longer than necessary, I only waited around a week before I told my parents. They were excited and so was I. It was all going fine until they started talking about the money as if it was theirs. Because I would have looked at them like, what y'all getting super excited for? Y'all know y'all didn't win, right? They were talking about retiring, or going on holiday, or buying a boat. Excuse me, a new car, with who money, and traveling the world, etc. I asked them how much they expect to have. Stone cold face, they say half. Did half go into paying for this doggone lottery ticket? No? Okay then. I understand that while giving half, having 2 million left is already enough, but why should they be entitled to that? I know they're my parents and we've had a great relationship. To me, 750 euros seems like it's enough, as they already have their own savings and paid off mortgage. They don't need that money. Being greedy. So am I the a-hole for refusing to give my parents half of my winnings? No, you're not. You're not the a-hole. You're far from it. In fact, you're lucky, because some people wouldn't even give their parents 2 cents on the dollar, and you over here giving them 750 euros and they're getting you crap and calling you selfish. After that, I'm like, you know what? It's now 0. Now you get nothing. Edit. I posted this and went to sleep. I didn't expect it to blow up the way it did. I want to thank everyone for giving me advice, some insight on the situation. I'll do my best to reply to any DMs I've got, as well as the comments. To clear something up, I saw a few people talking about tax. Since I live in the UK, lottery winnings are not taxed, so I got the full amount. I'm so mad. I may have not clarified this in the post, but my parents did not accept the 750k, and this is the original amount, 2 million. This argument has been going back and forth for some time now, but a lot of the comments I read mentioned I should lower my offer instead of just letting them try to control me. I thought about what I can do, and they're still my parents, so I still do want to give them a portion of my winnings, despite the fact they feel entitled to half. And for the reason why I told them instead of keeping it a secret, I'm young and I was excited, so I only saw this as a positive thing. Let's see what the comments say. Don't ever tell anyone you win the lottery, ever. Ask yourself, if they won the lottery, would they give you half? And someone said this is a question I'll ask them as well, not the a-hole. Kind philosopher gave some real good points, and I'm also gonna read type of pearl that's underneath there. Kind philosopher also got coined top 1% commentary. Not the a-hole, and stop with counter offers immediately. I can't stress it enough how much you should not give them a penny right now. You need to sit with a financial advisor and speak about your goals in life and how this windfall can help you achieve them. This is a conversation that will take months, not minutes. The moment you open your wallet, then everyone and their uncle is going to call for a handout. Read about winners of the past and how it can ruin lives. Any gifting should be ways down the road where you have a rock solid plan with accounts for it, which accounts for it. Safa Pearl, also the top 1% commentator, said the same thing. Someone said, exactly. 4 million is life-changing money if handled correctly, but it's not a large enough amount where you can start gifting it to people. It's easily swindled, and 19 is very young to deal with this much money. So your advice is great. OP, please see a financial advisor before you do anything. Of course, giving back to your parents is a kind thing to do, so if you're in a position to give them a car and a holiday, that's great. But speak to a financial advisor first and figure out what is doable. I don't let their attitude of feeling entitled and already apportioning out how they're going to spend their share. And someone said, it's legitimate Corgi underneath there said, when their first thoughts are, let's buy a boat, giving them money at this point is probably not the good idea until they come back from dreamland. And someone said they're lucky to get anything. My main concern is that if you give them anything, they're going to try to bleed you out for more. Plus, have you figured out how much taxes you'll have to pay on that? No tax on lotto in Great Britain. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm a similar age to your parents. 7K is very generous and thoughtful. You're not obligated to give them anything. Enjoy and invest. And someone else, Scooby, gave another financial advice. 946 said, I would talk to a state attorney. There are probably ways to give your parents a salary over time as opposed to one lump sum. An attorney would know best. My concern about giving anyone that type of money is, what if they burn through it? Are they going to want more? Not the a-hole. And that's Nasiah 1 said, yeah, something that can be revoked. It sounds like if you give your parents $700K or any amount other than that, they will cut ties or be just more horrible to you. I say in general, love, make sure that you are in a position where you can afford losing that much money. And then 2, make sure everything you want to do is handled out first. Because at the end of the day, it seems like your parents are already irresponsible with how they decide to deal with money, especially large sums of such. I will watch out for how they treat you. And if this behavior of them treating you like crap continues, then I would stop giving them, I wouldn't give them a dime. The more you resist them, the more we're like, no, it's either $750 or none at all. And they give you crap about it, the more and more. I want you to not give them a dime. I understand you want to be good and go out your way to give your parents this money and whatnot. Woo, that's nice. That's great. That's gravy. I wouldn't give them nothing. Not a dime, not a cent, not a penny, not even 2 nickels on that mug. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because after a certain amount of time, if you're constantly giving me crap about my money that I won and you are wanting to take half of it, you're out your rabbit mind. You're out your mind. Don't feel bad. Get to know attorneys, financial advisors. Also, get yourself a lawyer. That'll be great for you. But like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications whenever you see another video. Love, peace, and hair grease, y'all. Bye.